Now for the moment of truth. Did the bottle survive the trip? Alright, today I get my lucky opportunity to go and pick up the 13th Colony 15th anniversary bottle from Georgia. I'm going to catalog all the costs it took me to get this bottle, airplane ticket, cab, whatnot, and we're going to see at the end of this video, was it worth it? Stay tuned. Reagan is probably the most gorgeous airport I've been to. They just don't design airports with this type of architecture anymore. And then tip for you guys flying in and out of DC, there are so many people with pre-checks in the DMV area that the normal line is actually faster than the pre-check line. Here's the bar. It's a little too early for me to get a drink, but just showing you guys what the options here at the airport. As you take off from DC, you can only see a couple landmarks. Here on the left is the Pentagon, and then also looking back across the other aisle, we're able to see the DC skyline just a little bit. All right, so we officially landed in Georgia. Got a coffee, add that to the bill. I think it was another $5 or so. But just got my rental car, and they gave us a nice little upgrade today. I was supposed to get the smallest car they have, whatever that is. I think it's called like a mini economy or something. But they upgraded us to this nice SUV, so let's go and see what it's like to ride. All right, so this has been the part that I've been dreading most. The flight was only, an hour and a half, barely two. But I don't know if you guys know about Georgia geography, but 13th Colony Distillery is a good 2.5 hours south of Atlanta. So I am not even halfway on my way to the distillery. I wish I could capture the smell of these rick houses when I do these distillery tours, because it is one of my favorite parts of going to the distillery. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take any videos of the tour itself. Here are a couple pictures of their distilling process, the bottling line, and the rick house. I would add in some commentary, but I shot this so long ago that I've almost forgotten everything that's on the tour. 13 Colony is well out of the way, but if you're ever in the area, I highly recommend you stopping by. At a nice family atmosphere, nothing like what you'd go when you go see the big boy distilleries. At the end of the tour, you get to do a tasting. They offer their baseline rye, bourbon, and I think also like a gin cocktail. And then finally, the reason I made this trip, I was able to pick up the 13th Colony 15th anniversary bottle. I had to give a shout out to my mom. She won this lottery bottle. There were only 90 of them, so it was wild that she won, but she let me go and pick it up and take the bottle home. All right, so I got the bottle. Now it's time to see if we can securely package this thing. This has been one of my biggest fears, is getting this going all the way down, spending the time, spend the money, and it cracking before I get home. But let's see if we can do a packing job to secure this package. So here's the suitcase. I have duct taped and wrapped this thing as much as possible. I'm sure some of you out there probably can make this a little prettier. But I also have a base layer styrofoam here that's going on the bottom, the bottom top of it. I thought about putting one on top, but my suitcase is just not big enough to cover the top with how just this bottle, this shape is just not going to work with this suitcase. But let's see if this works. I also got some towels I'm going to put around it to help secure it, but I'll show you the end product. All right, this is the end product. It seems like it's going to be pretty secure. I got the bubble wrap. I bought a Glen here, so that's covering that. But I think this is going to work, but let's, you know, you never know until you finally get there, so let's go. Tab ended up being about 46 bucks. All right. Here's the bar at the Atlanta airport. Not much different than the bar at the DC airport. I had a long day, so I didn't get anything, but here's the selection if you wanted to go. Instead, I got myself dinner. I was starving. I hadn't eaten all day, so I got myself this burger. Some of you may not look appetizing, but it was absolutely delicious. Coming back into DC, we're able to see a couple more monuments. First here is the Kennedy Center. This is where musicals or plays are when they come into town. Next is the Lincoln Memorial. And then also the Washington Monument. On the left is the White House. On the other side of the oval, it's harder to see, probably for a reason. And then the last thing we'll see before we land here is the Capitol. All right, moment of truth. Baggage of baggage claim. Did it make it? Oh, there's a wet spot. Uh-oh. Yeah, that is Wet spot. Hope that's from the outside, not the inside, but yeah. Alright, I guess we're gonna find out when we get home. That's scary. Hey, I have made it home from my trip to Georgia, there and back in one day. It was a heck of a trip, but we're gonna find out, did the bottle survive? Earlier there was a wet spot here, which does give me slight heartburn, but let's go and open it and see, did it actually survive? Okay, it looks relatively good. This is a good sign. Are you expecting it too, Watson? Huh? Is that a toy for you? I don't think so. Okay, I can officially report the bottle did make it. All good, no cracks whatsoever. Nice little signature there. I cannot tell you how excited that I am that this bottle made it home in one piece. In addition, I also bought a little mini dram that also made it home safely, and I cannot wait to crack this open. So as I was going this trip, I was keeping a tracker in the left-hand side showing you all the costs that I was accumulating getting this bottle. You can see it right now. If I had to guess, I probably spent basically close to secondary on this bottle. Many out there will probably tell me I should have just bought it on secondary instead of driving all the way down there and flying. The driving aspect was actually longer than flying. The drive was 2.5 hours and the flight was like only an hour and a half. But I had a blast going down there, getting to see the distillery firsthand, meeting the people. They were just a genuinely nice, friendly atmosphere to be in. It really is a mom and pop shop. It is not some big establishment like Buffalo Trace or Heaven Hill where there's just a conglomerate of employees. It is bare bones, just really more of a friends, family atmosphere. But stay tuned to a future episode where I will crack this bottle and we will see, is it actually worth whatever I ended up spending to acquire this bottle. But if you're enjoying this content, before you head out, check out this video or this one. And until next time, cheers.